Hello everyone, welcome to our class today. This is Unit 2, Lesson 6. So this week we will focus on how English works, which is about conjunctions. So before we start our class, we will do a warm-up dance together. So could you please stand up in front of the computer and then do all the actions following the dancer in the video? Now let's go.
It might seem crazy what I'm about to say. Sunshine, she's here, you can take a break. I'm a hot air balloon that could go to space. With the air, like I don't care, baby, by the way. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth.
Alright, come back. I hope all of you loved the music and the dance at the beginning of the lesson. Now let's have a look at the things you have to get prepared before you get started, so you can look at the checklist and make sure you have everything. And the same as usual, every week we will have a post for you to ask any questions about your work. At the end of the lesson, you will know what is the homework assignment for this week. Please check where to submit the homework. In this week, we will have a video homework, a presentation about the topic conjunctions. You're going to work as a group, and you will submit it into the WeChat group. Besides the worksheets and the video making, you will always have to go to the Edmodo and check the post. Ask the questions you might have. Answer the questions you might know the answer. Try to participate for the online discussion. Okay, now here are the expectations for you for the online classes. Please check it by yourself and make sure you can understand the lesson and complete the homework on time. Now let's have a look at the learning objectives for this lesson. By the end of the lesson, you will be able to identify 3 kinds of conjunctions and sort the common conjunctions into the correct category. Number 2, identify clauses and use conjunctions to combine them into more complex sentences. Number 3, revise run-on sentences using conjunctions. Since we have mentioned the run-on sentences just now, do you still remember what is run-on sentences? Now look at this slide. You will see 2 paper strips. Could you please read it by yourself? Now think about the questions. How many sentences are there in each of them? How many subject or verb in each of them? And what are they? Please write down your answer on your journal and then send the picture of your journal into the Edmodo. If you look closely at the sentence, you might notice that the sentence doesn't really make sense. It seems like something is missing. So what is missing? These 2 sentences can be called run-on sentences. It is a group of words with 2 sentences instead of 1. When a sentence is showing 2 thoughts, and there are multiple subject and multiple verbs can be found, the sentence is called a run-on sentence. So this kind of sentences has to be split up and then be fixed. One of the way to fix the run-on sentence is to use conjunctions. So today we will focus on how we can use conjunctions to fix the run-on sentences. Now you can stop the video here for a moment. If you're still confused about run-on sentences, you can watch the video Run-on Sentences Pre-Teacher in a resource packet. If you're ready, let's move on. Now I'm going to play the video conjunctions for the first time on its original speed. You have to watch the video carefully and then take notes about the 3 different kinds of conjunctions. Think about the questions. What is conjunction? And what are the 3 kinds of conjunctions? Now let's go.
Oh, why didn't you wake me up? Man, detention. Why didn't you tell me that your alarm clock was malfunctioning? Dear Tim and Moby, could you make a movie about the different kinds of conjunctions? From Marie. Well, sure we can. Conjunctions are really useful little words. They join up parts of a sentence and let you express all kinds of complex relationships between ideas. Here are a few different kinds of conjunctions. Coordinating conjunctions include for, and, nor, but, or, yet, and so. You can remember them with an acronym, fanboys. Coordinating conjunctions join two equal parts of speech. You can use them to connect words to words, phrases to phrases, and clauses to clauses. See, in the first sentence, the conjunction and joins the words Moby and I. In the next one, or joins up the phrases a note from your parents and a permission slip from the teacher. And in the last one, but joins the clauses Moby claims that he set the alarm and I didn't get to school on time. Some conjunctions are made up of more than one word. Correlative conjunctions travel in pairs, joining up sentences or elements of a sentence that are grammatically equal to each other. Some common correlative conjunctions are both, and, not only, but also, not, but, neither, nor, and either, or.
After watching the video for the first time, let's check the answer for the questions I gave to you just now. The first one, what is a conjunction? To answer the question in an easy way, you can say that in grammar, a conjunction is a joining word, just like a glue, which can join two parts together. Question number 2. What are the 3 kinds of conjunctions? There are coordinating conjunctions, correlative conjunctions, and subordinating conjunctions. Question number 3. Can you name the common conjunctions for each category? You might remember some of the examples for the conjunctions in each category, but if you cannot, it's okay. We will watch the video for the second time. This time I will play it slower so that you can take down the notes for the common conjunctions for each category. Now let's watch the video for the second time at a slower speed. You will also see the subtitles in the video, which help you take down the notes. So think about the following questions. How do we use coordinating conjunctions? How do we use correlative conjunctions? And how do we use subordinating conjunctions? And don't remember to take down notes for the common conjunctions for each category. Now let's go.
Well, sure we can. Conjunctions are really useful little words. They join up parts of a sentence and let you express all kinds of complex relationships between ideas. Here are a few different kinds of conjunctions. Coordinating conjunctions include for, and, nor, but, or, yet, and so. You can remember?
After the second watching, I think most of you has already found out the answer to those questions. Now let's check the answers together. Number 1. How do we use coordinating conjunctions? Coordinating conjunctions join 2 equal parts of speech. You can use them to connect words to words, phrases to phrases, and clauses to clauses. For example, and. Question number 2. How do we use correlative conjunctions? A correlative conjunction is a 2-part conjunction. It consists of 2 words or phrases that are used to join sentences elements of equal value. For example, both and, not only, but also. Question number 3. How do we use subordinating conjunctions? A subordinating conjunction is a word or words used to join two clauses together in a complex sentence. They do the job of showing the relationship between two clauses and showing us which is most important. For example, because. When we are using different kinds of conjunctions, actually we're describing different relationship between clauses. Now let's have a look at the example. Here are two clauses. I lost my dog. I got a new cat. When we use coordinated conjunctions, the sentence can be changed into I lost my dog and I got a new cat. These two clauses are equal to each other, but there are not so strong relationship between each other. When we're using subordinating conjunction, the sentences can be changed into I lost my dog, so I got a new cat. It focuses more on the consequences. The consequence of losing my dog is to get a new cat. But if you use another subordinating conjunction, because, for example, because I lost my dog, I got a new cat. It focuses more on the reason. I got a cat. Why? Because I lost my dog. Now let's use what we have learned into practice. Do you still remember the two sentence strip at the beginning of the lesson? Could you please use the conjunction to fix these two run-on sentences? How can we do that? First of all, you have to split the sentence into clauses. So the clauses in the first sentence are Number 1, my markers are dried up. Number 2, I am throwing them away. And the clauses in the second run-on sentence are Number 1, the plant died. Number 2, it didn't get watered enough. After you have identified the clauses in the run-on sentence, you can use the conjunctions to link them up. Now here is the handout for the conjunctions. You can find all the common conjunctions for each category. You can do this activity on your journal and also send the picture of the journal into the Edmodo. Remember that if you use conjunctions to link the clauses up, then the sentence will make sense. Now there are several questions for you to brainstorm and share in the Edmodo post. The first one, what would happen if you didn't have conjunctions? And what challenges would we face as writers? Number 2, why is it important to use correct grammar? So you can share your answer in the Edmodo post. You can also respond or give comments on others' answers. Now it's independent practice time. The first learning station is an online game, which is called Conjunction Eater. What you have to do is to find the PowerPoint in the resource packet, find this page, click the link, and then do this activity. During this activity, you have to compete with the computer frog and gumble all the insects you can. For this, you would have to identify the correct conjunction and gumble it before the time lapses. To gumble your answer, simply click on it, and there you go. Remember, if you don't gumble the correct answer in time, the computer would. Let's have a look at the Learning Station 2. It is also an online game, which named Build the Track. Click the link, and then you can do this activity. I will leave the game introduction here so that you can read it by yourself. And in this activity, you will complete the sentence with the correct conjunctions. Learning Station 3. What you will do is to complete the worksheet, revising the 5 run-on sentences on the right using the conjunctions. Learning Station 4. You will create complex sentences by yourself. Also on the right, you will see several sentences with only one clause. So you will read the sentence stems and then use the given conjunctions to write a conclusion to the sentence. Now it's time to show me your creativity. If you're clear about the direction for all these 4 learning stations, you can get started. Remember, you can write down the answer on your journal and then take the picture of the journal and submit it into the Edmodo. Before you finish the class, don't forget to finish the exit quiz. And our homework today is number 1, choose to complete the worksheet 1 or 2. Choose the one that you think the level of difficulty is appropriate for you. And number 2, you're going to work with your group to complete the presentation video about conjunctions. You can find which group you are in on the next page. You can also choose your role and divide the jobs by yourself. Please make sure that every member in your team contributes to the final presentation. Team leader, please send the final video into the WeChat group so that everybody can see it. That's all for today's class. Goodbye.